Plug talk. I go to kid fool. I just met the plug. Get what? Look, I just met the plug and he say he got them bags for the low. Look, I just met the plug and he say he got them bags for the low. I just met the plug and he say he got them bags for the low. Look, I just met the plug and he say he got them bags for the low. I just met the plug and he say that he the lifeline. I'm the type to get it, fuck a handout, I'ma get mine. I'ma get some money, kick a door, eat the punchline. My plug got the bag, I purchased for and he gon' front five.
And I just met the boss of the east side. Told me we can get right. If I get it that exotic, we be rich overnight. We go by the real rich EA, east side where they don't play. They get them gone by the pound every motherfucking day.
Live. Yo, welcome back to Plug Talk 4. I'm your host, Ivy the Lifeline. Y'all know who I am by now. I ain't got to keep introducing myself. But 5 ends is still working her way into the dough.
The real Carmen with 5 N's on the end.
She 5 ends on Plug Talk, y'all. We don't even know her as Carmen. She 5 ends, y'all.
Okay, so where we going today? What we gonna talk about?
Alright, you got an interesting topic. What you want to talk about?
I think I think we should just start and see kind of where we end, okay? Because I think that the topic is gonna probably sway a little bit.
What is the topic?
Just like, okay, so if you're a person that is in the dating scene or not in the dating scene, if you're not married, are you really considered to be single? Or if you're committed to someone, are you no longer single? Basically. So if I'm committed to you in a relationship, am I considered to be single still? Or would you say that I don't know what the word would be, in a domestic partnership?
I think that all depends on the people. I think it has to be communicated what you're doing and what you're working toward. I don't think nobody that's a grown adult does anything with someone without intent. So if the intent is like, look, we both single, you know, we be having issues we need to scratch and you're cool, you're peaceful, then that's perfectly fine. But if the intent is to build something or the process is to build, I think it needs to be communicated from the other one if they're going to be entertained by other people. I think it'll be a little bit selfish for one person to think that they're building or working on or in the process of building an empire with a person and the other person is over here freelancing.
I agree, but does that mean that there's some level, like I said, of commitment that goes into it? So yes, like I said, you're still technically would be single, but you are in an agreement with someone, right? So you're like, because to be single, like I used the point that to be single, right? I could be friends with benefits with someone and I'm in a sexual relationship, but I'm technically still single even though I'm involved, with someone.
Yeah, but it's friends with benefits, so you're not involved. You're friends that fuck because you're an adult and have a urge. So that's not a commitment, that's not a relationship, that's friends with benefits.
But that is a level of commitment though.
I think to a woman, I think to a man, friends with benefits is a high five. Like, hell yeah.
Well, I agree.
I have nothing that I have to contribute to this. I don't have to date this girl. I'm coming over, bust this shit down, entertain her for a little bit. I'll bring partying gifts, drinks, weed, whatever, and then I'm gone. Don't call me talking about my tire flat. Don't call me talking about food my fridge. Don't tell me you late on the bill. We are friends with benefits. The benefit is you get this dick, I get that pussy, flat out.
I mean, I think that those type of situations are kind of based upon what you guys agree to. So maybe you guys really value each other as friends, so I can call you for some things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that type of situation is going to be based on,
if the friendship is strong enough to where it's like, yeah, I fuck with you, but I got love for you. Like, even if we never fucked again because you're in a relationship now, I still love you like a family member. So if you need anything, if it's any serious situation, I'm there. Now, I get what you're saying, but
do you think it's like a time limit on when someone should make a commitment with a ring?
Yeah, the time they think this is time to make the commitment with the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but like, so if it's 10 years later, I should wait 10 years for you to decide?
Nah, I think everybody has their points to where you should know what's going on. I don't think it takes years for that.
Right,
you know?
exactly. So basically, if a man is really serious about you, he will take you off the market and say, hey, I want to be engaged to you because I don't want nobody. I want exclusivity to you and only you. You know, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't agree with the exclusiveness because to me that's still like that's a foul intent. You know, if I'm putting an engagement ring on you, it's because I see you fit to be my wife. I'm crossing over from the point of getting to know you, seeing what you're about, and now I love you. And so now when we're getting to this point to where I could be like, yo, I need her a part of my life every day, then there's that ring.
Right, but which means she's going to be exclusive to only you. You know, so maybe
she goddamn better be if I'm on the ring.
Right,
What the fuck
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the ring,
Yeah,
though. To
but
lock it down and say, this is my fish, right?
Yeah.
That's the point of that is the point.
To lock it down, I guess the verbiage for me, right? I like to be very transparent and clear. So for me, I couldn't allow a woman to think I'm putting a ring on her to lock it down. What that sounds like to me is I'm giving you a ring just so I can continue to be the only person to fuck. That doesn't mean I love you or I even intend on going through the marriage process after I give you this ring.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you see something of value and you know, like, this is a valuable woman, because I know she is valuable and I know other men might know she's valuable, I'm going to lock it down because I can see myself living a life with her, essentially.
Yeah, I just, I wouldn't see things that way as a man. It's not, I don't give a fuck what other dudes find valuable about her. I'm gonna lock it down because I'm gonna be the nigga that she desires. You know, I don't care about competition. I don't care about nobody else. I gotta do my part to make this woman know that I'm that nigga, and then two, I'm fucking with you that way. So if I put a ring on it, it's not for the benefit of saying, oh, you're the shit. I know who the fuck I am, and you better see me the same way as I see you.
I mean, I kind of halfway agree, but desirability, like, I think that you putting a ring on it is saying that I see something of value and I want to live out my life with this thing that I see that has value.
Absolutely.
And obviously she believes that you're valuable too if she agrees to marry you. But that's what I'm saying, like, you still see that is something that's value. And like when you care about shit, like say an old pair of Jordans versus like a new pair of Jordans, the fresh ones that just came out. You're not gonna care so much about the old pair, but that new pair, you're gonna make sure, like, I'm taking care of this. There ain't no scratches finna get on this motherfucker. I'm gonna make sure, whatever. And then when I'm done with them, I'm gonna put them away in the closet in a box because I don't want anything to fuck up or mess up my Jordans, basically.
I see what you're saying. Shoes is a bad analogy for me. I got too many. I don't be caring. But yeah.
But if it's an exclusive pair that costs $3,000 versus the ones that cost maybe $300 every time, that $3,000 pair is going to be like, okay, I'm going to take care of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
That $3,000 holds value to you, and whatever you're going to do, like I said, you're going to do whatever you need to do to keep those shoes.
Yeah, I might only wear that once a year, so it's probably the most valuable pair of shoes that I would have, right? Period. And it doesn't get the treatment that the other shoes get, for sure. Right. I'm with you 100% on that.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that so we just got all on the tangent about the whole lock it down, the verbiage of that, because it's just
so let's bring it back.
But so with all this being said, it's just really about, because a lot of people, when I spoke on this with people, they were giving me pushback by saying that, oh, you're single, then why would I lock you down if I see you messing with all these men, or you're dating all these men, why would I lock you down? And my response is, well, I'm not, like, if I'm interested in somebody, I'm always dating with intent, so I'm not, dating multiple people, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't see how can you have the same intent with multiple people, okay, I plan on marrying all y'all, like, you can't have that.
First,
right, exactly, like, I'm evening out my odds, like, at this point, I'm trying to get the better odds. So I don't see the whole dating mode. Listen, I'm focused on one person. Like, I promise you, if I'm dating somebody, even if we're talking and then somebody else come along, I might slow up on you because I like this person more now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more focused over here because that's how it works when you're single.
As it should be. But it has to. I think the problem is, and first off, I think it's insecure for a dude to worry about anything. If the woman is letting you get your shot, then you take your shot if that's what you want to do. You don't worry about nobody else because you're supposed to be that type of motherfucker that's going to sweep her off her fucking feet anyway. Now, as far as the woman goes, I don't think a woman, vice versa, I don't think a woman should be worried about any other woman in his life. Maybe that nigga got kids, right? Got a baby mama or something. You shouldn't be worried about her if that's what he's pursuing today. If he's pursuing you and he's showing interest in you, then you're supposed to take advantage of those circumstances, situation, and the time you get with that person so they understand that there's value there. So I think it's a woman's job to show value of her, meaning the intangibles. Just, hey, nah, we ain't going out. We ain't going on no dinner date. I'm cooking for you. Mm-hmm. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, man, I see your ass lives like a bachelor. I'm coming through this motherfucker and clean up for you. Those are the things that a man is going to value. The woman of value gifts, flattery,
attention,
affection. Yeah, affection, nice shit. You know what I'm saying? A gift here and there, and those are what women value. So I think both people have to do their job. Not worry about any of the distractions. Just do your job, and then everything will be straight. I don't think there would be any type of way that you would fall off track.
So is there a point or a way that this looks in a relationship as far as when you take, when you start presenting certain qualities, or do you just jump in and do it all like right away? So like when you meet somebody, like when he bring you over or something, maybe y'all been talking for like a month and then he invites you over, and do you instantly go into wife mode? Like, okay, let me start touching this and touching that, or do you still kind of feel him out first to see if this is gonna be? Because I mean, some people know in a month if this is their person, but like me personally, I think it takes time to actually really get to know a person, like getting out of that phase where you're all like in love, and actually start having fights and seeing how this person is. Basically,
I'm not having no fights. No Diddy here. No Diddy.
Causing problems, not fights, but like arguments. So like problem solving, how this person does. So at what point do you start showing these qualities to the man? And what point do the man start, because the man technically he courts the woman right away. So at what point do the woman start showing her value?
Immediately. She has to show her value immediately. I think it's immediate. Okay, so let me break it down, right? So like it's like cooking and stuff. Like, so at what point do I just come over and say I'm gonna cook for you? So the most flattered I've ever been in my life, right? Looking back at life, the way I can with the age I have, right? Mm-hmm. I can go back there 20 years, 24 years of dating. The most flattering shit that I never see go on today was, I remember asking older women back then, because I thought, as a young boy, you crossing over from boy to being a man, and the most valuable thing to you was just getting time with women. You would do anything to make sure you can have time. It was just that important when you're young. You know what I'm saying? So, my biggest thing was like, yo, I got a couple dollars. I know this is what women like, so let me treat you. Let me take you out somewhere. And then the older woman would be like, nah, say that money. We can do something else with that. Come over here, I'm going to cook for you. And I'll be like, damn. And then she can cook. You do this, but like, at what point do you do this? This might be the first time we kick it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but as a woman dealing with a man that she doesn't know, is that really safe for her?
That's why you court somebody before you get to that first experience.
It's going to be the first time we kicked it. So like,
yeah, in part, like, okay, say you meet somewhere, right? You meet at a club. Mm-hmm. You exchange numbers. Mm-hmm. Okay, you met at the club. Mm-hmm. The next time you see each other will actually be your first time kicking it. But you may talk on the phone for 2 weeks before that.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
So you think that right away she should jump in and just start cooking and start, because I think
every situation is different.
Yeah, I think it's tough. Like when you're like that's why it's so important for men to absolutely see these qualities and then lock it down. Because at what point do I start doing all these wifely duties, but I'm not a wife? You know what I'm saying? So at what point you want me to be doing these things? So you want me to come in, cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing all this stuff, but you still have not locked me down. So at what point do I say, hey, I can start going over here because this man clearly is not taking me serious because he won't lock me down.
Yeah, but I mean, so that's a little unfair, right? I think that's a little biased, right? Because at the end of the day, men, like you said, men have to court from the beginning, which means that 9 times out of 10, if your first encounter is not a woman that will take the initiative to cook for you, you're going to take her out. You're going to spend money. So men have to invest other things other than their time. Women only have to invest their time. So if the only thing you're investing is your time, you should be unselfish enough to put towards your qualities to show this man you appreciate his efforts of him spending his hard-earned money.
I think that I agree to a certain extent because women, you say we only have time, but no, we have to get dressed. We have to.
Man, what the fuck? You act like I'm walking out the house butt naked. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
But y'all ain't doing what we're doing. Like y'all
listen.
Y'all ain't going to make sure your hair done. You ain't going to make sure your toes done. You ain't going to make sure your nails done.
But men aren't asking you to do that. But that's what you want to do.
But exactly.
That's like me saying to you, when you ain't wearing $500 shoes.
No, that's not though.
But it is.
It's no, because men do want their women to be. Easy on the eyes, right? So they want their women to look good. They want their women to be well taken care of.
No, let me tell you from a man's perspective.
So you
gotta be easy. You have to be easy on the eyes at 7 a.m. I don't give a fuck about what you can doll yourself, draw yourself, and make believe yourself look like. That's not you. I need you to look good at 7 in the morning with slobber coming down your face.
Okay,
so if you don't look good,
I understand
what I'm saying is, if you don't look good to a man, there's nothing you can do to look good.
But no, that's not what I'm saying.
You can be presentable, but if you ugly, you ugly.
I'm saying that women aesthetics do cost money.
So
and women
what?
usually provide.
Let me ask you a question, Carmen.
Yes.
Have you ever had a man tell you, hey, we're going out tonight, but put some makeup on?
No, I'm not necessarily saying makeup.
Okay then. So men aren't asking for these things. These are things that y'all compete with women.
will have a man say, hey babe, we're going out tonight, curl your hair, do your hair, and put a nice dress
presentable,
on.
Presentable.
Yes, right.
But you're already attractive to him, Carmen. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that we're trying to make ourselves attractive. I'm saying that we're going to look aesthetically pleasing to the man. So we're going to get dressed. We're going to do our hair. We're going to make sure we're on point for the man.
I'm just saying a lot of it.
So we do spend money to go on these dates as well.
We spend money on.
If I know, like me, I buy an outfit for everything. Anywhere I'm fucking going, it's an outfit that I can purchase.
So what if the guy's the same way? He buys an outfit too. He's gonna go buy some shoes. So we got the same things that you got to do. We just don't have to worry about makeup and nails.
Well, men.
We gonna get a haircut.
Men are. Yeah, you probably will go get a haircut.
Yeah, and we gonna go get a fade.
But your haircut is like $20.
No, I don't know what world you're living in. A haircut is not. No, you can get your son's haircut for $20.
Okay, so how much is it? 40?
About a 60 out here in Cali.
Okay, so I can even go for 60.
Yeah, $60 easy.
$60.
Yes, and with the tip.
How much do you think it costs to get our hair done?
That's not the point. You motherfuckers be wanting shit down in your ass like y'all came from an island knowing you bald head.
Even if I wanted to just go get some braids.
Do you know what it takes for somebody to do that shit? To take you from a fade to braids down in your ass?
Okay, but what if I just wanted to go get something simple? You know what hairstylists
so what's the simple
charge?
I've never had my hair done in my life.
Have you ever paid for someone to get their hair done?
Fuck no.
Okay then, hairstylists, they charge a ridiculous amount of money for you to get your hair done.
For something simple. So you're telling me for something.
Like if that.
Give me the price.
Like right now, how I have my hair, I did my own hair. If I went to a hairstylist and I requested them to do this very thing without even giving me a wig or anything, they're going to charge me minimum $350
for that.
For just to put some fucking glue and shit and sit this bitch on my head, braid this shit. Yes.
So y'all paying $350 for glue?
Yes.
I could have got you that shit from Home Depot for $10.
The celebrity stylist, he be doing
hold on, ladies.
$1,500
y'all got
these hairstyles, and I'm like, I promise you.
5 years. You gotta let me talk to these ladies. Ladies, y'all got to chill. Y'all have to fucking chill.
We be living like
if you don't like the market, stop supporting the market. Them bitches will have to come down. And you can get glue from Home Depot right now that will stay up there for a year.
They just it's the glue and It's the technique, right? So these women want these wigs to look like the wig is not there, like it's coming out of your scalp, right? So you have women that are talented and are able to provide this service, but guess what? When they're, especially in LA, oh my God, out here, it's a lady.
Yeah, everything's a lot higher out here,
God,
for sure.
But even in other places, they charge these prices. Is what I'm saying. This is not like an exclusive to LA.
Why are y'all paying it?
They're
though?
charging these. I don't pay. You just heard me say I said
No, I'm
this bitch
just-
on my head myself. You heard what I said.
Okay,
I
you're-
promise you, this bitch should have a lift on it before I pay that. This bitch should be
What?
fucking lifting over here, lifting over there. Yeah, you see, I ain't gonna pay that $350 though.
Hey,
Put a head on
man.
my head.
Oh, this motherfucker is crazy.
Hey, cause I'm the type of woman, like, I wouldn't even make a man pay that. Like, I'm not even gonna have you pay that.
Okay, so
Right.
I'm gonna be honest though, right? It's different when you're married. When you know this woman has your best interest at heart, and we all gotta be realistic about it. It's nothing about a marriage that says easy. There's nothing about a marriage that says Disney fantasy. A marriage is constantly evolving, and it's always gonna have to be things that's gonna be worked on. But when you are in that type of commitment, that's not nothing to the man. And I don't think when you're in that type of commitment, a woman desires to have her hair done every 2 weeks. She's only worried about.
Mention the maintenance.
And they listen.
The hairstyle game is crazy. Like, these women that you be seeing, that's why they ain't got no money. That's why they asking you for money.
So hold on, but
that's why they asking you for money, because they.
But I grew up in a 2-parent household, man. So I understand what it takes to have these commitments and what's important, so you can make sure your kids and your family is set. You know, I watched my father do these things. My mama would go a month or two without getting her hair done. And you know back then how the ladies were, they would throw on the old school wigs that.
Yeah, they do it these days.
But I
feel, but like that's
But to
what
me,
we doing too. But we just like it's some girls that are actually faithful.
But hold on, let me say this, Carmen. If my wife, right, didn't have a lot of hair, me and her damn near can go to the same nigga and get, you know what I'm saying, done for 120 a day, right? I'd rather my wife be that. I don't, like now, if we're going on a vacation or we're going on a trip, it's like, okay, whatever you want, because now this is the time where I get some time off from work. I get to spend some time with you. I want you to feel at your maximum capacity. I want to be at mine. So, okay, what do we need to take care of before we go? Okay, you need hair, nails, all that. Okay, this, bathing suits, couple outfits. Got you. We all checking that off, because this is a time where we're spending money. We're gonna fall on each other. Mm-hmm. The rest of the time, we are building each other, which means that those are not priorities.
Yeah, but they're.
If I gotta go with my beard out to here and my hair up to here, and I can get my work done to get paid.
You think we want to?
Nobody wants to, but what is important? It's not about. It's a difference between wants and needs.
Why does it have?
There's a difference between. There's a difference between unnecessary and priority.
But okay, so you're gonna say that you don't want a woman that presents herself a certain type of way, and when she get in a relationship, she can know she's okay to know.
I've seen women rock their natural hair and they're fucking gorgeous. I need black women to get out of this superficial bullshit in their head. The only way you look good is to have white girl hair.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, so what's wrong with the woman rocking her natural hair?
I said that even to go get your natural hair done, it costs money. It's the same thing. Even if you're going to get just the idea
to
that
get a haircut, it costs money. We know it costs money, but it's not as expensive. If you're getting a natural,
it's not $350, but it's probably going for a couple hundred though. You're still in the couple.
Okay,
like,
but
it ain't no $30 but $50 type shit. Like, you know, a blowout be like $60, $70. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers, they are fucking crooks. Okay.
I'm gonna have to find my chick somebody that like me, and so we can get this shit on discount. You know what I mean?
But I think that, like, I think that what I'm ultimately trying to say is women want to look good for their man. Regardless. So even if you're saying like, oh, I don't care if you look good, women want to, regardless if they're natural, they're not natural, they're ultimately gonna want to look good for their men, and that's gonna cost money. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't agree with that. But to bring it back to what we're talking about, but it shouldn't. Because when you're saying that she wants to look good for her man, and I'm saying to you you already look good when you wake up in the morning. Wig on, wig off, hair fucked up, it doesn't matter. Then she needs to get out of the shallow state of thinking that she has to look as good as the rest of the women she see. Because you're no longer talking about looking good for a man when you talk about these things being a priority. Because that man already sees you suitable.
Okay.
He already sees you as wife. I mean, but think about what I'm saying though, Carmen.
I understand what
so
you're
from
saying,
a man's
but
perspective,
you
a
clearly
man
met the girl with the wig on, and now you want to say, okay, take the wig off. Why didn't you go meet the woman with the wig off?
Because ain't none of you coming out with your wigs off.
No.
What the fuck?
Plenty,
hey man,
it's a plenty.
Plug talk community. Tell me the women. Tell me the amount of women that you see with their real hair when you see them out.
You see them with their
no, it's not.
Curls. Yes, it is.
Okay, so to say it's a lot, is to say 60% of women do this. A lot is not 20%, Karma. A lot is a horrific fail.
Even women that wear wigs, they wear their real hair too. All women don't all wear wigs.
Okay.
Women are.
I will take the Pepsi challenge with you any day. We can go anywhere in California and we'll point out the amount of women we see with their real fucking hair. And I guarantee you, we will see less than 10%.
Are you talking about black women?
Yes, specifically black women. Nobody else.
I bet we see a lot. We're going to see a lot of those little girls.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but this thing I have on my head, it's called a cap. It's a lot of capping going on right now. It's a lot of capping going on right now.
It's a whole lot of natural women. Yes, a lot of women do wear weaves, but every woman don't wear
Give
weaves.
me a percentage when you say a whole lot. Because I think that's a beautiful term.
That wear their natural hair?
Yes. Majority of the time. Majority of the time,
they
yes.
wear their natural hair?
Even when they go out.
I would say, like 30%.
And that's a lot to you?
Yeah, that's a good percentage.
So
that you said just majority. You said majority of the time they wear their natural hair.
So would you rather have your whole paycheck or 30%? Would you call 30% of your paycheck a lot?
30% of my paycheck is 30% of my paycheck.
Is that a lot?
No.
I did. So what I'm saying to you is, in no place in this world, right, is 30% a lot unless 30% was extra, meaning that you got your full amount first and then there's 30% on top like a tip, right? So 30%, love, is a horrific fail. If black men only see 30% of black women out here with their natural shit, and then we gotta include most of them may not even be single. They may be in relationships. They may be in committed relationships, just out to support a homegirl tonight. So let's wipe away out of your 30%. Let's wipe away 8% just on them not even being interested in nothing that they see out or giving any man any time of day. You're talking about 20% of women.
Okay, so like I said, if you don't want to date women that are not natural, then why are you going after them?
We don't have a choice. It's either that.
Choice. That's like me saying that these men are bums. I don't have no choice but to be a bum. It's a lot of bums out there.
And that's what y'all getting. Y'all say it all the fucking time on social media, every platform. These niggas ain't got their shit together. These niggas ain't got no money. And cut it out. That's exactly what y'all dating.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
I don't agree neither. I think that's a bunch of exaggeration.
What you're saying is exactly that. If I'm
Carmen, you can't sit up here and act like you don't see that shit all over. You see black women bashing black men all the time.
If you're saying you have a certain standard, I just had this conversation. If you're saying you have a certain standard, my standard is this. Why are you dating outside of that standard? Why are you have this standard like me? If I have a standard that I only date a man that is going to pay all of my bills, yes, the percentage goes down because now I have put a preference on something. But why am I going to date something outside of what I said I want and then expect them to walk around natural all day? I don't understand that.
Well, I do know this, right? And I can't speak for you personally, but I know I hear a lot of women say, oh, in the beginning, he made it look like. So a lot of y'all might be dating lookalikes, clones. Motherfuckers who know how to present themselves looking like they're of a certain stature, the same way women do. They present this. Do you think that there's never been a person in this world that got into a relationship with somebody that started off fucked up? Everything, no matter how bad the relationship ends, everything starts off beautiful. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows how to wear a mask, put on these fronts, to look like what they think that person is looking for, and that's what people do.
I agree.
And yeah, so I'm just being honest. We can't never say, like, I hate when I hear a woman say, I don't date nothing but motherfuckers with bank accounts. You're a goddamn lie.
I mean, I think that a lot
You done dated several broke niggas that tricked you in the first place.
I think a lot of women, like,
Like,
for me
come on.
personally, and I'm not going to speak for a lot of women, speak for me personally. I think for me personally, it takes you time to grow and then reprogram your brain and actually see reality for what it is.
Human
so
beings.
when you set
Mental.
standards, it's okay to set standards and say,
Absolutely.
hey, I think I only date men that per se have a bank account.
But
you know what I'm saying? That's
but-
okay because it separates the men that don't.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. And it's the same thing for men. You should date the women. If you're looking to get out of the market and find you a wife, you should date the women that have wifey qualities. The problem is, Karma, is that this girl's gonna act like that in the beginning. This is why you end up dating somebody that it doesn't end up being anything. This is why that nigga's gonna act like, yeah, I got this and this going on in the beginning. And then you realize,
Right,
whatever
but-
time it takes to realize, he's capping.
But that's what I'm saying though. So if you understand
Standard or
from
not.
the go that this person has this appearance of a person that is not natural or dressing or being natural or whatever, makeup, hair, whatever, then why would you go after that person and not go for someone that is within your standard instead of trying to change this person and tell them to now be natural?
So are you telling me when you go out in public, you see standard on a motherfucking forehead? What is the standard? Your standards have nothing to do with the reality that people portray.
No, your standards have everything to do with it because if you're saying, hey, unplug and I like natural women, that means that if I see a woman with a wig on, I'm not going to approach her because I don't like her.
That would make me shallow though.
No, it doesn't. It makes you have a standard. It makes you a guy with a standard.
So let me explain why.
You can't say your standard is shallow.
No, we're not saying my standard is shallow. That would make me shallow and it would basically eliminate a super high percentage of women. That doesn't mean because a woman, a lot of us have tendencies to do what is normal in today's world. And because it's normal, we can relate to it and we fit in with the norm. It's normal. You wearing a wig, right? Mm-hmm. I like natural women. Does that mean you're not a good woman?
No.
Okay, so how shallow would I be to just X you out of the picture strictly because you got a fucking wig on?
Right, so then you can't say, hey, I can't go get my hair done when I want to go get my hair done because...
This nigga right here, boy.
I'm just saying, how you gonna say that shit when
You're
you
an asshole.
What?
You're an asshole.
Hey, I do this shit all day on my life.
Yeah,
They be
you
mad
are
as hell.
an
I
asshole.
always bring it back.
That's some asshole shit. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be honest with you. You know, you my nigga. I'm just being honest with y'all to love. Like, that's some asshole shit. You're being an asshole to these men.
How?
What do you mean?
I just go by, I go by what I say. So
Yeah.
if I say, I don't like men who sell drugs, and then you see me with a man that sells drugs, it's contradicting. Okay.
I think you're.
So when you say I like natural women, but I see you with non-natural women, it's contradicting.
I think you talking about sex workers, but then you need a man with a bag is contradicting. You might as well be the sex worker.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it.
No,
Karma,
it's not.
you're
Because
saying.
the
You're
difference
saying.
between me
you're
and a
saying,
sex worker is the intent. A sex worker
That's
has
not
the
making you
intent to. Yes, it is. They have the intent to go after the bag and only the bag.
What is
I
that
have the
sex worker
intent-
going for?
Yeah, the bag. And
What are you
I
going
am
for?
going for it to marry. I want to.
You want to marry the bag.
No,
There's
it's
no
not
difference in
not
the
about
intent.
The bag.
Yes, you want to keep
where
the
did you- where
bag.
did the bag
She
come
just
from?
needs a percentage of the
In what
bag.
part of this video did I say anything about a bag? At what point? I
You
didn't say
said you would
anything
not
about that.
date. You just said, and I'm sad we can't do a rerun right now. We got to upgrade our technology, man. I'm like, you might need no camera, man. But shots fired. Shout out to my camera, man. But yeah, you just said that you wouldn't date anyone that doesn't have their shit together. You have a standard. You were explaining to me what your standard was, and your standard is somebody who is financially stable and he can pay all of your bills. This is what you said. There's no difference from what you just said and the OnlyFans bitch would say about a nigga she wants to fuck with.
Yes, it is.
So what's the difference?
The difference is the intent. I have an intent on being this man's wife. she is not coming in with that intent.
What's her name that was dating PJ Washington? Little yellow ass girl looked like Minnie Mouse. No. She been acting a fool on podcasts ever since.
Brittany Rayner?
Brittany fucking Rayner. She's doing what Mariah Mills, the other porn star, she was fucking with Zion Williamson last year. These bitches want to get married by these niggas. They don't get married because of what they do and how easily a man that has a bag that can afford them for a weekend, and that shit is pennies to them. It's a lot of money to them girls, but it's pennies to them. These niggas, they be wanting to marry. These niggas realize once they get to fucking with them, like, nigga, maybe they homeboys get to tell them, maybe they fathers, maybe their uncles, nigga, you being real stupid right now.
I think Brittany Rayner is a terrible example.
How?
She said she slept with like 150 men in the.
I promise you this. I promise you this, Carmen. As easy as sex is for these women to get, I guarantee you there's a lot of women out here that slept with more than 100 niggas. For sure.
Okay, but I said, but openly, so she's openly slept with 100 men. So.
Oh, you think it's better for her to lie?
No, it's not a lie. I'm just saying that when a man openly knows that you slept with a lot of men, you lose value to men. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think that your value is still going to be what it's going to end up being, whether you tell the men how many motherfuckers you slept with or not. Period.
I disagree.
Okay, well.
Because I don't think, like, you could tell, I can tell you.
Why do you think men don't value women that slept with her? Why do you think that men don't value women that slept with a lot of men? Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that they don't? I think that because they've been ran through. It's
not about none of the little hood shit or high school shit. Nah, for sure not. It's been scientifically proven that the more time a woman has sex, the more time it complicates her thought pattern of men and how to deal with men. It's almost like it's like innately back in the day, right? The reason why most women married their husbands as virgins, or the only motherfucker they ever slept with was their husband, even if they fucked them before they got married, was because that before they came out with this technology of doing DNA tests and being able to find out who's the father of a baby, if a woman was known to sleep with multiple men would already know that, hey, I don't know if this is going to be my kid. Now, if a man is sleeping with 5 women and he get 5 women pregnant, we all know that nigga's the daddy. But if a woman is sleeping with 5 men, you got to figure out of them 5 men who the fuck the father is. That's the reason why men don't like dealing with a lot of women. Plus, it's been scientifically proven it mentally fucks y'all up. It mentally fucks you up to deal with that high level of men, and you would never have a value for a man after you've been through that much of the ringer. 100 men and nobody chose you? That does a lot to a woman. A lot. Whether she thinks she's winning or not, she just sounds stupid publicly saying that, and I agree with you. She sounds like an idiot saying that shit. Like, what the fuck? So you think you a baddie, but 100 niggas passed on you. 100 niggas passed on you.
Shit, 100 niggas was fucking you. Like, just even that, if you saying it publicly. Like,
if a man sees a woman, right, she doesn't have to be the most beautiful in the world, but she's a valuable woman, he's not passing on that. He gonna accept, if you fuck 50 niggas, he will accept that and be like, look, but I see the potential in you. Maybe I see something 49 niggas didn't see.
Maybe.
But the more the numbers go up, the percentage is most likely, the likelihood is, the more them numbers go up, that the problem is her.
I think it depends on the mindset of the man, because I think it's a lot of women that are good women that be in a relationship with men and they don't marry them. You know, they don't.
That's your biasness. Bullshit.
No,
bullshit.
They don't.
Do you know? Have you ever dated a woman in your life?
No.
Okay, so you don't know what the fuck it's like. You can have as many best friends as you want to that's cool as fuck with you, right? But you ain't fucking them. You ain't gotta take care of them. And men are logical. Y'all are emotional. So you're dealing with somebody in a everyday setting and a responsibility setting that is not even logical.
But if you have decided, I'm going to make you my girlfriend, I'm going to make you my girlfriend, that means that you yourself made a decision and said, hey, this is the person that I see myself with. Right?
I don't do girlfriends.
So what you just date and then you get married?
When I see the potential in a woman where I could be like, oh, this is a valuable woman, I'm putting a ring on it. But we're gonna go through the freedom.
Yeah. Okay. So you're free to do whatever.
Yeah. Listen, listen. In the process of me getting to know you, I would be a fool not to let you be free. I need to know that you want to be here. Period. I don't want you to feel like, oh, because we fuck now we okay, we got a commitment. We gotta solidify some things here. That's some bitch shit. That's some real insecure nigga shit. I need to know you want to be here. I might not even call you a week after we fuck just to see. Like, let me see if she like this dick as much as I like her pussy. I mean, just to feel some shit out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now that I know she fucking with me the same way, now we got something to build from. Now we can go to the next step. Let's see what the next step is. You know what I'm saying? And then the next step, and then the next step. And then when I see enough boxes checked off, it's like, all right, whatever she's lacking at that point, I can deal with that. Because we got time to grow. That's what the marriage is going to do. That's what this real commitment for me and me stepping up to another level is going to do. Now, okay, here you go, boo. Yeah, I can, look, you are everything I need for this moment. What you're lacking, we going to work on. Now, what I'm lacking for you, work on me the same way. Now we have something to build on.
So do you think that that is going to be realistic for women?
It worked for until we got to this bullshit social media, Ricky Lake, Oprah motherfucking time in this world, this feminist world. It worked for these motherfuckers for years. And half of these motherfuckers got done worse than Cassie. You know what I'm saying? Some of these women got done way worse than Cassie and still stuck with niggas. So I know it works. We can actually look at history, and history shows us it works.
So you're saying that if you just, I'm not saying that I disagree, because I think that people should just allow to be free. If you want to be here, like you said, you will be here. Like, if you want to be with me, I don't have to take.
If I gotta call you and talk to you about it, I'm a sucker. To me, as a man, if I gotta call you to talk about this shit, I'll give you one time, because sometimes you gotta. Things can be difficult and everybody doesn't put all their cards out on the table at one time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just put out whatever, you know, first and then keep a few of them back. You know what I mean? Until they feel comfortable enough with you. You know, so I give them a motherfucker one time.
That's how I feel. Like I'm communicated to you. And
yeah,
if I see
that's important.
If I see you don't understand and know how to receive and adjust, you know, then that's when it's a problem now. You know, because I do allow people to be people, but yeah,
right.
You definitely got one smooth time with me. And
transparency is, I think, a lot of relationships are fucked up because of the lack of communication and the lack of transparency. It's very important for somebody that wants to trust you or feel comfortable with you to know as much as they need to know. And if people aren't giving that up, because, you know, like a lot of times, like I say, intention is the most important thing, because if your intent is not to really be here, if your intent is for me, or you say you, and I'm just hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying you're this type of woman at all, but say you're the type of woman that a man got to show you 90% before you give 10.
Right.
Now, that man is working himself for no reason. A lot of men have already been through that. They're working themselves for no reason. This girl's already checked out a long time ago. She got 3 niggas that call her every day, and then she tell you she got to go back into work early on a 10-minute break. It used to be 15, now it's a 10-minute break, because she got to give them other 2 niggas a quick call real quick and a text before she go. So she's playing, her intent is not even there. She's already gone. That nigga should pack his shit and get the fuck out of Dodge immediately at that point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she's already gone, bro. And the same thing for a woman. If this nigga's over here, and you're trying to build something with him, but he's only giving you 50% because he got to give 15, and 20 to this motherfucker over here, then there's no fucking way he's going to be for real about you. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly, but that actually goes back to your point, saying that, you know, it's either like you let people just be people, basically. So you allow people to be themselves, and if yourself doesn't align with what I'm looking for, then I want you going to
yeah, but I'm not saying that with any hidden motive.
No, I'm saying that like you gonna let them do what they gonna do. Like, if
I'm saying in the early process, it should be natural, right?
Right. If you really fucking with me, I don't have to tell you.
You should want to see me as much as I want to see you.
Exactly.
All right, so we should be damn near blowing each other up, just trying to make that understood in the beginning. Like, hey, what up? I know you're getting off of work. So what you doing later though? I was thinking we could do this, or I wanted to do this. Let me take you here, or let me do this. It should be that almost all the time, or whenever it's available. If it's not, then there's something else to it. It's not like life is very simple if you take the selfishness out of life and you just look at life for what it really is. If you look at people for what it really is, and you give it that one conversation where, all right, I see that you don't seem to have the same intent I do. Let's talk about it. So let's see where we're at. If you're going to be honest with me, then all cards on the table so I can know if I need to go my own separate way or if I need to sit up here and consider what you have going on and deal with it. But if you don't do that, once shit hit the fan and I know that you have foul intent from the beginning, it's a wrap. That's why, like I said, most of the situations when it comes to relationships with adults nowadays is because of the lack of communication and the lack of transparency.
I agree on that. I agree because a lot of people just listen. Everybody that come into a relationship, no matter what relationship it is, a friendship, actual relationship with a man, or whatever the case it may be, they know what they want out of it, right?
Yeah.
So you know, like, okay, I want to just see where I can get out of him. I want to see if he can elevate me.
Nobody wants to get used too, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like
both sides, men and women.
Exactly. So people know what they want, and a lot of times, like you said, transparency is the problem because you got me thinking that you on marriage, but you on elevation. Yeah, you on elevation. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of agree. That's why I kind of really agree with you when you're saying like, yeah, ain't no fucking really no relationships. We let people be people, and if you want to be with me, I don't have to tell you to cut men off. You're gonna cut them off on your own because you fuck with me.
Yes.
So I agree. Yes. That's exactly how I am. Like when I'm talking to somebody, you ain't gotta tell me to not talk to other people. If I fuck with you, like I know what it is. Like I don't need really that confirmation or that affirmation. Like I don't need you to affirm me. Like you affirm me through actions. And
can't nobody affirm. Like I think that's the problem too, right? A lot of us when we want something, or we see somebody attractive or something, right? We want what we want so bad from them that we will allow their signs to get overlooked. Because we still like, I'll get around that, or I can. Yeah. No, you're fooling yourself, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're being. I heard the song my dad played for me lots of. Everybody plays the fool, not plug talk, not gonna happen, bro.
Exactly.
Not playing the fool.
That's why you understand on business.
Yeah, there's no good result for the fool. The fool don't get no good.
You have to just practice what you preach for real. Like you can't be saying that you want certain things and then you're not putting forth the work. You over here trying to get something out of this man, or you struggling and you looking for somebody to come save you or something. You can't be fucking looking for somebody to do the work for you.
If you need to be saved, you shouldn't be dating. Work on yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Church ain't gonna save you neither.
Go to church.
They want 10%.
Okay. You want to be saved, go to church. Okay?
Man, church ain't saving nobody. I suggest step your fucking game up, men and women. Ain't no getting saved out here. Ain't nobody more privileged than the next. Ain't nobody deserve nothing.
That's why I say if you want to be saved, go to church, because ain't nothing gonna save you. You gonna save your goddamn self.
Toast to that, goddamn it. Talk your shit. 5 minutes always real, but never on time.
Yes. But that's man, what you said was dope. Like for real, you shouldn't even have to fucking put labels on shit. Like why are you fucking labeling shit? Like you know what it is, I know what it is, we know where we stand. And then honestly, you shouldn't even be like, if you're so interested in this person, then why would you even be thinking about the next person? You should be fully involved in your person that you're fucking involved with. How could you? That's what I'm saying. Like people are like, can you be in love with 2 people at one time? No. You cannot be in love with 2 people at one time.
You're not in love with neither one of them if you love them both.
Right, like what? You can't, what you mean
you love things about both of them niggas, which confuses you.
You love yourself.
And you play both sides of the fence. Yeah. Matter of fact, you love yourself more than you love them, because you'll be real with them. If you love them equally, you will be real with them. You'll tell them like, yo, I fuck with you, but I got another nigga I fuck with too. You cool with that? I respect a woman that's gonna be that way and give you the option to choose before she brings you into a situation that you don't want to be in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Give me that option. I don't care. You know what? Yeah, in my mind, I'm gonna be like, damn, I like the pussy. She looked good. Her body was nice, naked. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I liked about her, that shit about to get flushed like a shit. And when it go down that toilet, I would never think about it again. Okay, she got another nigga. I'm cool. I can't fuck with you.
I swear, that's how I swear be people. They be thinking like, oh, you gonna want me back, or you gonna be mad. Listen, bro, I decided. Do you understand what I mean? I made a decision. I see who you are, and I've decided. Okay, okay, no fucking want you back. I see you who you are. Like,
shout out to all the cities I live in. Y'all bitches better tell 5 in. When I'm gone, I am gone.
When I'm gone, shit, I am through. And then you know what's so crazy about it? Cause for me personally, I will go through a lot of shit with you. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know when I'm out, I am.
I want to say this to you and all the other ladies too. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit though. Like that, what you're doing is, you going through a whole bunch of shit with somebody who's not on an equal plane with you that ain't even worth it. It causes our women to be bitter, and it's also causing the miseducation of our women. Because then these women start teaching other women that all men are like this, or this is how men are, because they got the results of that, because you gave your hardest efforts, your best years of your life to some sucker ass nigga.
Nope. That's not what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Well, be clear before I go on my little tangent.
Before you go on your rant. Okay, what I was saying that I would like, so I'm not going to give you any years of my life. I promise you, you probably got tops a year to fucking play with me, okay? You got probably a year, and I really want to say 6 months, okay? I really want to say 6 months, but the thing what I'm
6
saying.
6 months is a long time, too.
But the thing that I'm saying.
You got 90 days.
Like, because some people slip through the cracks, okay?
Nah,
they
nigga
do.
who don't pay rent can't slip through the cracks.
No,
if you wait 2 out of 3 months.
But like I'm talking about like a dating process.
But I'm saying we gotta carry our real lives the same way you would handle business.
But yeah, I agree. But that's what I'm saying.
If you're not standing on it,
exactly.
That firmly.
But some people, they come
so
in and they roll for the first few months, and then
you gotta be flawless.
To
you gotta be flawless for the first year.
Listen,
to earn any credit. You can't even get your credit to beer without being solid. So we have to. What I'm saying to you is,
but that's
men
what
and
if they
women
fuck up months like. They fuck up small, and then all right, cool.
It's no such thing as small.
Yeah, it is because if they fuck up.
If my credit card bill is only $150, which is small to me, and I don't pay that bitch, it's gonna hit me for the same amount of points as my credit card bill was $2,500. It's gonna hit me for the same amount of points this month. So what I'm saying to you is, rapport is built off of consistency, and that's okay. Maybe that makes it a little bit more transparent for me to say that. Consistency in the beginning is the strongest card an individual has. Being consistent, and it has to be both ways, or somebody's lacking.
Have you ever met a liar? Okay, liars, those some cold motherfuckers. Okay,
every lie has a crack in it, which means that there's light that can seep through or wind that can seep through.
Right.
If you feel the wind or you see the light, it's your fault if you move forward with them. I'm all about accountability as well.
But liars,
so even when
have you met a good liar?
I met a good liar, but hindsight is 20/20. When I look back on it, I gave her the passes. I can't hold her accountable for being a liar. That's who she is. That's who she was. That's who she's always going to be.
You eventually found out she was, but as you were in it,
I seen it at the time. Men are logical. I seen it at the time.
Like,
I gave her a pass because I liked her. I gave her a pass because she was convenient at the time. Yeah, she was convenient at the time.
Extent, but like some people are really good at changing. They're chameleons. They're really good.
I've never met one that good.
Listen, they are.
I've seen some.
But remember,
I've been around a lot.
You are a man and I'm a woman. So it's the dynamic is different. When you have a logical man coming against you as a woman, you know what I'm saying? That dynamic is different.
Women are better scammers than men are.
Listen, that dynamic is different when it comes to men and women. So
why? Why is it? Explain to me why. That's what we're gonna close at.
Right. Because
explain to me why.
If I'm coming at you, you automatically gonna come with logic, right? But if you coming at me, you can get in my heart and make me think out of emotion, which means I'm not thinking as logical, right? Because these are our natures, right? So I'm naturally an emotional being, and you know that because you are logical.
Yo, do you know how sharp a motherfucker gotta be to be that type of nigga? Most of these niggas, listen to me, Carla. Most of these niggas that say they got bitches out here, they got a good enough job to where they probably make about $1,500 a week, which ain't even a good job, but they make enough to make sure even if they fuck off $400 this week, they can still pay their bills, and what they can't pay this week, they get that check next week to be able to pay for. If niggas knew how to get into a woman's heart and do all this manipulation shit y'all trying to make men able to do, niggas wouldn't pay for pussy. Niggas would be out here talking bitches out their panties every day of the week.
They do.
It takes it. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
So how the fuck is OnlyFans so profitable for women? How is the apps that you want like POS so profitable for women? Because they listen.
For how many women? The average woman on that is not making big bank.
She ain't gotta be making big bank, but as long as she's not lazy and she got a job, and that shit ain't nothing but side money, that's like a nigga who got a job that do live.
It's a lot of women that will take care of men. And fucking, come on now, let's be fucking
okay, when you say a lot, once again,
okay,
give me your percentage of a lot. If it's anything lower than 60% of women being this way, which me and you both know is a goddamn lie. Sit up here and act like 60% of black women will spend a fucking... matter of fact, 60% of black women guaranteed...
enough to make a difference. So.
No, it's not.
A lot is.
Hey, listen, baby, let me explain something to you real quick.
A lot of women... Listen, why do all these women's baby daddy ain't got no goddamn money? Why they can't get child support? Because they're willing to sleep with men that don't have shit. Period. That's why they ain't got no fucking money. They will open.
So they don't got money because they fucking?
They don't have money because they're not taking care of their children.
Who ain't taking care of their children?
These men that are on child support.
So hold on. Are you telling me that the percentage of men that want to be there for their kid, just because I have a baby with a girl, don't mean I owe that bitch shit. I owe the kids.
I didn't say that.
So let's get that clear.
Take care of their children.
Okay, I don't think it's
a lot of absent fathers.
I don't think it's absent fathers. I think it's a bunch of trifling mamas.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah, but I swear.
It's not just
I promise you this. I promise you this.
It is both.
I promise you this. I promise you this. If 70% of women are single parent mothers out here, the percentage of trifling women is damn near double the percentage of trifling men. If 60% of black men are married, even if 38% of them are married outside of the black race, that means that there's not as many trifling men. It just means that the men are tired of the triflingness they see in the community of women they grow up with, and them niggas decide that, hey, I worked hard for my degrees, I worked hard for my bag, I worked hard for my expertise, and if I'm gonna blow this bag, I'm gonna blow it on somebody I know is committed to me. And the problem is, you women, our black women lack accountability so bad, they would never tell you what their flaws are, but they can always tell you about a man's. So why the fuck would a man go to Dominican Republic, Cuba, and third world countries to get these poor ass women? You know why? Because they're raised in two-parent households, and that mother told her, your best way of being taken care of and living a better life than me and your father did is to learn how to be a great wife to somebody. What are our women getting taught here? How to be sex workers. Whether you're a sex worker or not, whether you're a sex worker, so the regular, no, it's not.
Because of the absence.
No, it's not. It's because of feminism.
Women are just raising them to be trash, but there are not men in the home, so there is an absence.
If your mama trash, why would a man be there?
It doesn't have nothing to do with the child. It doesn't have anything to do with the child.
9 times out of 10.
These children,
okay, but listen,
myself included, a lot of other people I know, and
Any siblings?
Yeah, I got a couple brothers.
Couple brothers. Yeah. Any of them got kids outside of a marriage?
Yeah, my brother, he just had one.
Okay, so your brother, is he not going to be there for his child?
I mean, he's with the person he has a child.
Okay, any of your brothers have a child by a woman they're not with?
Right, my brother.
I'm asking, any of them?
He's probably going to be there for his child, yeah.
But if things get to the point to where the woman starts to realize, I can manipulate this system and get more out of him that benefits her, you don't think she's going to do that? Or try to do that?
I don't know, because let me tell you why. And I'm not gonna say she's white. First of all. So I can't speak to white people and how.
Shout out to Fi Is brother. Great decision. No, I'm just playing.
I'm just saying though, she's white,
Smart
so
man.
it's like shit. I can't.
It probably
speak.
won't happen. She's gonna stick that out.
That kind of don't relate.
He'll leave her before she leaves him. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure in that situation.
Yeah, they've been together for a long time.
Yeah, he'll leave her before she leaves. She's there. She's there. She's winning. Yeah. However, I'm just saying.
But
I got a brother. I got a brother, and I got a bunch of homeboys. I got two brothers. Two of them married. One of them has multiple kids. Right? Mm-hmm. He get bread like I do. He want to take care of all his kids equally. He don't want to take care of the woman. Okay. So depending on how bummish some of the women, he got like 4 kids. Depending on how bummish, some of the women, I think 2 of them fucked up, 2 of them are pretty straight. They don't ask for nothing. Those 2 put him on child support. Even though anything they would call for, anything that child needed, that nigga's gonna make sure it's taken care of. Okay. But for them to be taken care of, they put him on child support because now they get a certain amount of money that they can use however the fuck they want to, even if they neglect the kid. And I promise you, love, that is the majority of what's going on when you see these single parent households. These women learn and been taught by other women, older women, the miseducation, shout out to Lauren Hill, the miseducation of black women has taught them how to manipulate the system so they can sit back and be lazy hoes and get on OnlyFans all day and do all this fuck nigga shit all day long and then sit up here and blame the man when they're not getting appreciated. And it's like, what quality do you have to appreciate?
I think that I wouldn't say that most women are like that are just trying to.
Oh, almost 80%. We're not even talking low 70s,
but
like
I think
71,
that, like
72.
for me though, coming from a woman's perspective, it is a lot. Like I do agree that the ideology that a lot of women go by is like they want to control things and they want to use the government as like a bodyguard. Yep. I do agree with that, but
That's perfectly said, by the way.
I do agree that it is men out here that have got these women pregnant and they weren't present. Maybe they were young and they weren't present. So these women do feel like after so long, they back are against the wall. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with, let's be clear, because I don't agree with the whole child support thing either. I'm not trying to say, hey, your back is against the wall, put them on child support, because I feel like at that point, you should just do what you have to do. You shouldn't force anybody to take care of anything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is I do feel like these women are, like I said, monsters are not made, they're created, okay? And a lot of these women, I think that this is them being spiteful towards these men because these men probably did decide, like, you know what, I don't like you as a person and I don't want to be with you. And these women probably feel like, they took that to heart, but then the men are like, I'm
gonna be there for the child. I don't owe you nothing.
No, but a lot of the men, they just move on. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's some sucker shit. If I put a baby and a woman on this planet, I'm obligated to that child.
I agree, and I think these days, I think more men are waking up to the fact that they want to be in their these days. I think it's a larger percentage of men that are actually
in the last 30 years,
trying to take care of their children. But at first, I think of men. You know how they were saying women having to make up lies about your daddy in jail and all type of stuff to protect their child because these men have
and a
lot of the time it is because
have you seen the Kirk Franklin story?
I know he just found his dad or something, but a lot of the time it's because the women be lying and shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
lying.
These women. So a lot of these women want to hide their body count. A lot of these women grew up in better households than the decisions they make, and the niggas they decide to make them with. And they're covering their ass so they can look like something they're not. All that makeup you was talking about, that hair and all that shit. This is who y'all really are in the realities of the real world too. You have to cover up all your flaws because you don't feel beautiful with them. Instead of saying, all right, I fucked up, here's my score, but I'm going to smile pretty every day, and I'm still going to get my I know I ain't got nothing but a fade like plug talk like IV right now, but I'm going to get the shit lined up with some parts in it, maybe throw a color or something in there. I'm going to look good. I'm going to feel good. Instead of our women doing that, They're punishing the men. They're punishing the children. Kirk Franklin's story is his father lived in the same town he lived in his whole fucking life. His father was never told that she was ever pregnant. She blamed it on the nigga she wanted to be with, had this nigga thinking he was his father his whole life, and this nigga knew he wasn't the father. He just didn't say nothing because he was sip ass nigga, willing to be with the woman, and he was cool with that. So but on his deathbed, Kirk said he asked him, like, man, why do y'all never feel connected to you? Like, why have I, and you my father? He's like, nah, for real, bro. Your stepdad.
Yeah, and that sucked.
So he went out, started looking for some shit. His mama's sister died, and then one of his workers, they were there. He couldn't make it to the funeral. She like, yo, this ain't nigga here that's saying he might be your father, look just like your ass. Took the picture and everything. They started looking into it. Went up, met the nigga, got a DNA test, come to find out this is his fucking father. His mama was so fucking of a crazy, psychotic, selfish woman that even when he came with the DNA test, she was like, well, they lying. I ain't never slept with that man. That ain't my man. I ain't never did nothing with him. So he did another one because his mama was saying that. And then when he got the results back, he had both of them here, face to face. And the father was like, yeah, man, I knew your mama, bro. I remember hitting your mama, bro. It's a possibility you could be mine. I didn't wear a condom. Like, it's really what it was. I don't know. I never knew about you. I never knew this, though. So don't hold me accountable. The mama like, hell no, it never happened. He reads the results.
Not some real life Maury shit.
It's on YouTube. It's on. Yo, guess what's got done that way? Tupac.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think I remember that too.
His dad is Bobby Garland.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. So what I'm telling you is, if we see multiple stories of this shit, we cannot believe that these men don't want to be a part of their children's lives. It's just a lot of sickness going on with our sisters, and if our sisters ain't held accountable, we can't have better sisters, and we're going to keep going through the same process over and over again. So on that note, because we got way off the subject, me and Carmen will just go. But on that note, we're going to end it. If you have any final words on single versus commitment, I'm going to change it from relationship to serious commitment. Your thoughts?
I actually kind of agree with what you said, that like earlier with if people want to be or do something, they're going to do it. So you're not going to have to force or push anything on anyone. So I think that, you know, people get so triggered by the whole single thing. Oh, you're going to go fuck with other people. But no, like even if I'm labeled as single, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be out here moving like some people move when they're single. You know what I'm saying? It means that, hey, we're getting to know each other, we're interested in each other, we're going to see where it goes. But until you make a commitment to me via proposal, I am single.
I respect that. Fellas, y'all heard Beyonce. If you like it, then you should put a ring on it. I think the women reserve that right if they're doing everything it takes. And women, y'all gotta hold yourself accountable to this, to show a man that your wife material. You should never expect a man to make such a huge commitment, because the financial commitment is on the man. The man, without no prenup, he's putting himself at basically driving a car with no insurance. So you must honestly know that you are her. If you're not her, don't be asking for no goddamn rings. Don't be asking for no goddamn rings. Period. You know what I'm saying? Just get fucked on like you've been doing, because that's probably all you worth. You know what I'm saying?
Sex workers.
It ain't just the sex workers, because I've never dated them. I dated regular women my whole. I don't deal with none of those women in those worlds, because I know what they're there for, and it's not what I'm looking for.
A lot of regular women are sex workers.
And then I grew up in Ohio.
What do you think the whole sugar daddy term comes from? Those are sex workers.
But listen, I've seen regular women that don't sell pussy talk about sugar daddies.
Right.
So what I'm saying,
what is that? A sugar
I'm saying
daddy?
the sex worker world is the mentality of our regular women. That's all I'm saying today.
Because they're sex workers too. That's why. If you fucking got a sugar daddy, you are doing sex work.
There you go.
Right. Where the sugar, you giving him sugar for what? Money. Just saying.
Nah, I ain't paying for no sugar, goddammit. 5-finger discount for me.
I can't see you. That sounds like a crime.
It might be to certain
I'm
people,
thinking
but
it's
not
down.
to me. It sounds like a win.
Okay.
That's it for today, man. Shout out to my co-hosts. Shout out to my goddamn cameraman, bro. Be holding us down, even though we on never on time, man. That's a real nigga for that. I give you that. Shout out to him. Shout out to what we got going on coming up next. Big thing popping. This is 5 N's. Y'all know it's Karma with 5 N's at the end. It's regular plug talk full for me, man. I be the lifeline, aka y'all know what it is. We signing out. You know what it is. You ain't gotta go home. But you gotta get the fuck out of here. Peace and blessings.